Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Fitri Mutia and I'm from Universitas Airlangga, Indonesia. Today I would like to share with you our research about enabling education everywhere, how artificial intelligence empowers ubiquitous and lifelong learning. This research is collaboration between Professor Norman Masek from ITM Shah Alam and Ibu Tri Susantari, Fitri Mutia, Helmi Prasetyo, and Pragati Atmi from Universitas Airlangga, Indonesia. Our reason why we like to discuss about artificial intelligence in education circumstance, it's because, as we all know, information technology has brought significant change in the way we approach learning, especially. So this is also make a big difference in our education circumstance when the artificial intelligence using by the learners and the educators. So the emergence of artificial intelligence plays a significant role in learning experience, where the learners and educators not only have an experience in a classical classroom, but today we can feel very variety of the way we gain knowledge and information and skills from variety of resource. So here we interested to know about the synergy of AI and education in reshaping our educational landscape, because the presence of artificial intelligence can make everyone always be a lifelong learning. They can expand their own journey and advance their knowledge in this very dynamic world. This research aims is to explore how AI, artificial intelligence, holds in shaping the future of learning. Because as we all know, this technology already enrich the learner to be an active learner, which they can use so many technology, so many resources, and gain much more knowledge, which they can adaptable in their every life. The methods in our research, we review some paper and we analyze that paper. The methods of this research is a review paper, which we use in-depth analysis of pertinent literature, where we can make sure that paper is that we can use to give some explanation about what we're talking about in this, what we share in about artificial intelligence and ubiquitous learning and lifelong learning. We're trying to find some paper which is discussing about how artificial intelligence comes in our educational circumstance. Is this supporting or not? So my next 3 slides would be explain about these 3 important concepts. The first one is artificial intelligence, which refers to the field of computer science and technology that focus on creating machines and systems that can execute tasks, which usually these tasks like problem solving, make decision, learning from experience, and we want to know the reason why something happens. Usually it's require human intelligence. Usually it requires our as a human to fix that problem, to learn from that experience. But now the artificial intelligence make it possible for us to help us to make some transformation in our educational circumstance, where we can have experience in learning, not only in the classical way, not only in the way of educators and learners only in the same rooms, the same style of learning, but the presence of this technology, artificial intelligence, has transformation. Our teaching methods have already make a variety of our materials, our resource for learning. From that, we have a diverse preference to choose which one's resource we need and how we use that reference to fulfill our knowledge. So the next slide, I would like to share about the ubiquitous learning. What is important in this concept is flexibility, because ubiquitous learning itself related to an educational paradigm that harnesses technology to create a seamless and continuous learning experience across variety contexts, location, and devices. So it's make a possibility for learners and educators to have another experience, to have another resource, a variety resource from variety technology. For example, we want to have ebook resource, we can download it from mobile apps. or we want to learn about some instructional videos, we can have that from online platforms. Another example is like when we can learn from our home, we doing some examination assignment just by uploaded files to online platform, which the student and the educators can discuss it in another time. So for ubiquitous learner, this is very important for them to have another ways in learning, not only in specific time and specific rooms, and this give a much more variety of educational materials. The third one is about lifelong learning. It's related to the continuing of someone in the way he gets knowledge, skill, and personal development to improve their ability. So in lifelong learning, we can know that every learner never stop learn. So they can gain their knowledge and skill. They can learn at their own pace and in diverse setting. So it's a never stop way for a learner to gain their knowledge and skill, renew in every times. So from that three conceptual that we can learn, this concept is very important, and three of them is interrelated. So it's very important for us to understand the three of this conceptual. And then if you want to ask to discuss more about this, how our educational circumstance change, this is we have to learn. Besides, we have to understand about these three concepts. We also have to know how artificial support for ubiquitous and lifelong learning itself. So this is 10 items that we should consider to know how artificial intelligence support for ubiquitous and lifelong learning. For the first is personalized learning, continuous accessibility, adaptive content delivery, and instant feedback and assessment until efficient time management. I would like to give example for the first time like an items of personalized learning. In ubiquitous learning, AI examines the learning styles of the learners itself. So AI will delivering contents that fits with the students' needs, with their preference, with style they choose more than another one. So it's very personal. But the artificial intelligence could help them in their own style. And as a lifelong learning, artificial intelligence can continue their, as a learner, they can continue education in any stage of life. So it's not depend on their age, their time. There's not fixed time for them to learn. They can do it in every, if there is any leisure time, they can add their skill and growing their knowledge so they can improve their professional knowledge. That's for personalized learning items. Another example like continuous accessibility. In Ubiquitous, AI give a resource to access education, AI give access to educational resource and support in any time and any form and anywhere. I mean, every learner can access the resource, depends on when and where they need the resource. And as a lifelong learner, AI would help the learner engage with the content in their own time and allow the student to balance the time they have to work and where is time they have to learn something. So it's very individual and very comfort for learners with the very strict time, and if they have a lot of responsibilities in their work time. Another examples, an item of instant feedback assessment. Using AI, they receive a real-time feedback Example, they doing some assignment or quiz. The result of the quiz will be delivered to the student in a real time. So the student will know the capabilities, their performance in almost same times, and then they can, it is the result needs to fix, is the result, is the score of the quizzes is quite bad, the student can quickly change their learning tactic. For example, from usually he start learn from the time before sleep, and now he can change because it's not effective time for her to learn something, because at that time she already sleepy usually. For lifelong learning, an instant feedback and assessment items can help learners to identify which one area needs to be improved, because from the result that we discussed before, she can already know the position of her knowledge, and it can guide the student to continue attempts to improve their skill. And there's a lot of items which we have to consider when we need to support ubiquitous and lifelong learning with the presence of AI. Okay, like assistant and support, personal learning assistant. This is when a student needs assistant immediately to explain something that she doesn't understand. She can ask for AI to do that activity. Next slide discuss about prerequisites for harnessing artificial intelligence. There are about 15 things that we should prepare before we use AI to help, before we use AI in education circumstance. For example, is like infrastructure and technology. We have to prepare about data privacy and security of the student and the educators, so they can still have their own privacy and the source that they're looking for is still safe. And also we have to prepare about digital literacy of learner and educators, where as we all know, this is very important for the learners and educators to know how to operate the technology, how to access resource. This is about the capability of the student to use the technology and gain the resource from variety of technology like a smartphone. And another things that we should also prepare is about accessibility. Here we all know that our student is come from variety condition. So if we have a student with a disability, we should prepare a resource for them. For example, for blind student, we cannot only give resource as a visual, but also we need to support them with technology which can read the text. Okay, as a conclusion of this research, AIs, AIs have a key characteristic like a personalized learning, adaptable content delivery, and real-time feedback have indicated the technology potential to make a revolutionize, especially in education, by supporting individual growth and their adaptability in this changing world. And the last one, the harmonies and convergence of artificial intelligence, ubiquitous learning, and lifelong learning not only hold the potential to reshape the way we approach education, but also to empower learners of diverse background and age with personalized and continuous learning experience in an ever-changing world can be happen, because this technology support us to make a kind of variety style in learning and make it possible for individuals to take times in every ways, in every place to learn without stop. That's all that I can share with you. Thank you for your kind attention.